Right, welcome to another board game night with us. We are playing Mob Ties. If you're aware of Mall of Horrors, this is a very similar game, except it's in a gangster format, and I think it's going to be quite funny.
Why are you putting on a South African accent? This is a mob game. You're supposed to be using an
I
Italian accent.
I can't do accents, right? All my accents are Asian.
All mine turn out to be Welsh or Indian. They're pretty similar.
I am a gangster.
Alright,
Your money.
so the basis of this game is we're trying to make money, as all gangsters do. We have different gangsters, as you can see from my reference sheet here. We have a capo, a hitman, a made man, an associate, and a driver. We have different cards based on our Mob Ties favor cards, which has different attacks and stuff like that. And we have to try and gain the money from these rackets. That's the mob's mansion.
My mansion.
Yeah, you're the mob boss, man.
The Don, I think, is the way it's called.
Right, Martin, give us some more information.
Right, good. Yeah, I think you did a really good rundown anyway. But yeah, as Jason said, it's the most money at the end wins. Each of our mobsters have a respect value from 1 to 3. Each point is worth 25,000 at the end of the game if they live. I think this is going to be quite brutal.
As the prison.
Every turn we try and extort money from the different rackets, okay, and that's done by pretty much cajoling, combining your respect and getting the money out of it. The person with the most respect gets the cash there. You can... That's freaking me out.
Somebody watching YouTube's just thrown up there.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, I mean, it encourages deals and whatnot, so if there was like a fairly close split, two people could combine together to take the money from someone else and all that. But essentially, that happens.
By deals, do you mean like the deal that you and D came up with?
Yeah, I love
two
this.
Locations?
We've already done deployments, and they said, "Oh, let's gang up on Jason."
Because basically, this was what was open, and me and Martin both had one each. So I said to Martin, we can't let Jason have both of these resources for free. So Martin went, I'll go in there. So I went in here, so I got this one.
Starting already.
He's a prick. Unlike Mall of Horror, where it's basically the only kind of negative thing you do against each other is vote against each other. In this, there is direct attacks.
You can beat the
whatnot.
snot out of each other.
So you can threaten and whatnot, and hope that the other person doesn't have defence or whatever. We'll see how that goes. Just to explain this as well, this is the Don's mansion. The Don is elected every turn. They get this beautiful ring, and it does encourage you, to hand that up a little bit, kiss my ring and things like that.
How X-rated you want to go with this game?
Yeah.
Within
we
reason,
might turn the camera off at that point.
There is a line that we're going to draw in the sand, I think.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't let us put up that kind of stuff.
Just in case you haven't watched
You've
other
tried.
videos, Michael from Team Clueless 40K has joined us.
Hello again.
And Martin and D.
The stalwarts, yes. This will also give us cards. But essentially, it's going to be a case of extort money from the locations, move around the city, kill each other, avoid the feds.
There we go.
That's it.
We'll come back for a little live turn later. I might get Carla to film it because we're going to be beating the shit out of each other.
You're right. Well, not me and you, Jace. We've got an alliance.
No, we got an understanding, right? That's it.
Understanding.
Live round. We unfortunately forgot, and we've already done the election
Hold on.
phase.
Can we take the we out of that? You forgot.
What happened was Michael used to be the Don.
I was the Don, you
We
see.
had the election phase over here.
But
and
these
it
two,
was,
they gang up on me.
there was back and forward between the three of them. Even though I had a guy in there, it made no difference. And the new Don is now Little D.
Right, essentially, the way the deal went was, I had the most respect here, and I lobbied D to kind of join me, and I'd give him the card. Michael then counter-proposed that with, he'll give him 2 cards or something like that, like,
Yeah, so it was
throughout
outbidding
turns. And then it progressed onto, I'll give you every available card from then on.
And then I tried to say, you're going to have to give us some money for it as well.
And I refused. I don't give my money to anyone. It's hard-earned cash. I have to beat up innocent people for
The other
this money.
important thing is...
Even the guy shot first to get some of the money.
Strippers strip for my money. I don't give it away.
the other important thing is that the reverse order is in play, so
Yeah, we used
if
to
I
go
was
this
the
way.
Don, D would be last there as well, so that was a consideration for me. So
I almost didn't.
my only
make
option
that.
really was to basically suggest that I give him my votes for the card, and so make him D the Don. So even though he didn't have the most respect in there, that is now the outcome. So that's where we are anyway. So now we're on to the business step. So it starts at the docks, and we do a show of respect. So D, you have 5 to my 2 there, so you get 30 grand. Bookie.
We've also lost some casualties. I've lost 2 guys. There's one in the morgue and one buried already.
I lost 2 guys in the first turn of the game.
Yeah.
True.
And then,
but now you're the Don, and you've just gained 30 grand from the dogs. So.
Also, my driver spent some time in the clink as well. But I bailed him out because I thought.
So going around 24k to myself for strippers.
Kitties.
I stick 1 back in again.
Okay, I'll have 18k there, please. Bookie.
Values obviously in the corners here. And then 12 for me in the meat locker.
18 for you there.
Thank you very much.
12 over there. 10, 11, 12. What do you reckon? A 2-4 split in here?
No, a 3-3 split.
I'm not that favourable on a 3-3 split. How many cards you got in hand?
6.
Okay, 3-3.
Hello, man. I think you should get 4.
I know what half of them are. I gave them to him.
I've only got 4.
Yeah, I've only got 3. You lied. Honour amongst thieves is in play.
I wasn't making a deal. I fudged it a bit.
The Don. Would you like to buy any cards? 25 grand.
We don't know how quickly the game's going to finish.
I'm not going to buy a card.
Yeah,
Jason?
Yeah, I think I have to.
25 grand, basically you draw 2 cards, choose one to keep, ditch the other one.
Man, I feel like I've gone poor all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's why I didn't buy one.
You shortchanging me.
Wow, what is that?
25. Just seeing if you believe me.
Michael, buy any cards?
Not for me.
Right.
I appear to be the only one doing an accent. I mean, what's up with that?
I can't do accents.
Hey!
The
Fonz not a gangster.
No matter what accent Jason makes, it comes out Jamaican.
Okay, Stephen,
Say beer can.
your movement.
Beer again.
Jamaican bacon.
You people, get out of my house.
Well,
I think going last is bad in the action round, but going last is good in the movement round.
Yes.
Well, here was me thinking that I was going to have to... What have we got up there? One.
You have to move one piece. Every person has to move one piece.
And what we've got down here and there. How many cards in hand, Martin? How many cards in hand? Oh, bloody hell.
Looks like a dog, show some respect.
Yeah. Time to someone to pucker up. Alright, that's everyone's movement. The feds.
Cards.
Oh, I don't even get to do it anymore. I don't like this not being the dog.
We're at the level on the heat track. There's now 2 cards.
Yeah, I think the feds is going to start playing a part.
Dirty rat. Add 3 feds to the Don's mansion.
What?
Oh, I didn't realise it.
No,
was
nor
the
did I.
Don's mansion. Damn.
On the news, add 2 feds to the Don's mansion.
Oh, glad I moved
Someone's going to the clean.
Right.
Yeah, I
that's...
vote it's not me.
It's not the Okay, in a nutshell, there's a show of respect here to work out who's going to get
And I'm in charge.
to the feds.
This is my mansion, I've said it before, I say it again.
If we get rid of D, there's no charges. You can...
Yep.
I decided to throw D to the dogs.
Okay, you may now play yellow bottom cards. Take out feds to drop it below 4.
Kill 4 with my sniper rifle.
Oh dear, it's just a rapid fire sniper rifle.
He's a good shot.
Just think about all those people that
I don't allow sniper rifles in the
Well.
mansion.
Okay, D, your action step.
You leave that alone.
Wouldn't want to be you.
Let me see.
Michael. 4 from Grace. 4.
4? Where'd you get these? What's the specials on it?
Can I be playing the Don's Mansion?
Oh, damn.
He's actually thrown off a building.
Oh, well, the hitman, he takes it for the team.
Oh,
If someone else dies this turn, the heat level's going up. Yep.
Oh, no.
Are you playing anymore?
To be in the Don's Mansion anymore. It's really fucking dangerous.
I'm going to put you to sleep.
3? Where do you get these?
Well, you're sitting closest to the cards.
Well, my Don, he's asleep with the fishy. Can I highly recommend not fucking with D?
That's enough blood for now.
I think you might be spent.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm spent.
Holy
I've
shit!
got 3 cards.
Well,
Maybe German, isn't there somewhere else?
9! Didn't like that turn.
I don't
There's a big pile of red people in here.
Yeah, certainly red.
I'm
Sorry.
because I was going to move my driver. Fuck it.
So you're not playing any other cards either?
Nope. I don't want to make any enemies at this point. You were going to attack Michael, but he's just taken such a pace.
Yeah.
You now feel a little bit bad, don't you?
I think I'll pass as well. Take Michael completely out of the game.
I'm completely gone. I could have defended against stuff that wasn't a 3 and 4. Okay, well. My turn?
Yeah.
What to do? What's going to happen? Yeah, I need that money, so... But I watch you die. I take a mobster out of this dead pile.
Wow, that's strong.
You need to know the hard
Until the
buttons
end of
as well.
turn. So I bring back my driver, but then my driver, he takes it as an action. I put it wherever I want. I take the driver and I drive the made man over to there. Driver goes in there and then he dies at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay.
So he's like the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And then he dies up.
Yep. Is that it?
He's actually removed from game, so he doesn't go there.
He's buried.
He's over there.
I don't know.
So.
He's removed from the game.
Well, he doesn't get because he doesn't go there until the end of the turn.
Oh, yeah.
So he wouldn't be there in that phase
I
anyway.
thought that was good. You have to go via the street.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
So one,
Yeah. Not
That
quite.
becomes a lot worse.
Yes, it does.
I'm not playing the card.
Bloody good,
It is bloody good, but it is not very useful.
You're definitely Russian now.
My Don was Italian.
I've heard
Yeah,
of
now-
Russian mobsters.
But now the made man is in charge.
Alright, that's all the action cards done.
Well,
What we
and
have to
screw.
put up with every Friday
No
night.
one's in prison.
No,
That's
he-
it.
No longer
So
mom,
heat,
no
yes,
Russian
the heat
spectators.
does indeed go up.
These guys get all buried.
I have nobody left. That was a harsh turn.
Really was.
That's what happens when you've been at the top for so long.
And it
You
was,
get
yeah.
bumped off.
Okay. Ah, that was a turn.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. That's a
That
turn.
was a good turn.
Dodgy
to film.
accents in all.
That was not a good turn to film. I did not like it.
We'll come back at the end of the round, or the end of the game, and tell you what's happened.
No.
Alright, so this is the end of the game. We're not 100% sure who won yet, because we've just counted up our money and we're going to reveal it on camera. But the game ended quite aggressively, as lots of people
This is
are
the
dead.
dead pile.
It just accelerated the last 2 turns, didn't it?
Yeah.
I lost like
That-
3 dudes in one turn.
That location is closed, and then you can see the feds pretty much rounded up everywhere.
Yeah. I happened to be in the 3 locations that feds.
It chased after you that turn.
Yeah.
I got
Oh, yeah,
proper
you-
screwed over on that last turn.
I thought you were. I was reasonably certain you were going to win just due to the. Because at the end of the game, you get 25,000 for each reputation point of your men left alive.
I had one guy left.
And Martin had about 150, 160,000 worth.
Well, I've got 125 there. I think
Yeah.
I had another 3 points.
Yeah, another 3 points. You'd have been on 200,000 just from that. So that's a huge amount of money in this
Well, it
game.
seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start with you, Martin. How much you got left?
I have $217,000.
It's a lot of money.
217.
217. Yeah.
Okay, you do?
I have $187,000.
I'm starting to think I might have counted wrong. How much you got, Michael?
Oh well, I got $243,000.
Oh, I have 240,000.
Well, I think what that shows is you and I didn't buy cards. You get the cards throughout the game.
Yeah.
Make us 25,000 a pop, and I think you two
I
bought
bought
them.
one every turn.
Yeah, I didn't buy a single one.
But when I did buy one every
Yep.
turn, I then started murderising people.
The thing is, the
Kidding
reason
ass.
you didn't need to is because you were the Don for so
That's
long.
it.
Whereas I desperately needed
And
cards,
I didn't
so
swap
I had to.
into buying them because the turn that I lost being Don, I also lost two of the most important characters. You can play all the cards. So I thought I could buy them, but I didn't think I'd be able to play them because I didn't have my whatever it's called, the capo, and I didn't have the hitman.
Yeah, I lost my capo early as well. That's why I didn't buy that many cards,
Yeah.
because I was thinking, well, there's no point.
I mean, trying to keep one or two defence cards in hand, man, that's what you need to do.
And I made lots of money at the beginning. I got the first blood kill, the 25 grand for being the first person to murder someone. Thanks, Steve. And then I owned the strip club for 3 or 4 turns, so I kind of thought, oh, that's about 120 grand there. And then just keeping a couple of guys alive was my main.
So you won by
Also-
3,000.
I won by
Yeah.
3,000.
A funny point is Jason sort of controlled these for a majority of the game and got 18,000 for like 4 turns in a row
Consistently,
without
yeah.
anybody sort
Yeah.
of doing anything
I
about it.
did point that out at one point,
Yeah.
and you were like, no, Marty's going to win. There we go.
I gotta say, any game that has money with strippers on it,
Covered in blood money with strippers.
yeah, it's got my vote.
Yeah,
Talk-
I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought it was excellent.
No, I thought so as well. Let's do a little thumbs.
Yeah, man, it's basically like a more angry version of Mall of Horror. There's
Yeah.
more interaction,
Yeah,
more
much
dealing,
more interaction, isn't there?
and I love Mall of Horror. It's one of my favourites. So yeah, this has to be probably rated better than that even.
So that's a definite thumbs up
Yeah,
for you.
absolutely,
You
brilliant.
do?
Yeah, definite thumbs up for me as well. I've just really loved the backstabbing.
You just love wearing the ring.
Yeah, just I also do like the idea of the Don having a lot of control over things as well, and then the
Just so
cards way that it fights is quite
You
interesting.
didn't come up to
so-
break any ties either.
But I felt the fact that it could break ties certainly influenced my movement of various.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
times, like, oh, I can move there and contest that, and I'm like, well, I'm contesting that with D, and he's the Don now. No point moving there.
Yeah,
So it
fair
was,
point, yeah.
had a lot of influence there, even though it didn't actually come into play mechanically.
Yeah, so, yeah,
What
definitely
about-
thumbs up from me.
And you, Mike?
Definitely thumbs up. Any game to start with that lets me put on a silly accent, I'm all for.
And silly it is indeed.
Silly it is. It's, as we've all said, it's like Mall of Horrors, which is quite a famous game. Hopefully the viewers have seen it. But it's got the cards are far more interesting. There's far more variety in the cards.
Yeah, the artwork is brilliant.
Yeah, the artwork it's really
And
evocative.
brutal as well. It's not
Yeah.
a children's game. So.
Yeah, the only thing we said was we weren't particularly impressed by some of the pieces. Like, it's got a lovely looking board, and all the art on the cards is fantastic. And all the cards are really nice, thick cardstock cards.
Yeah.
But then we've got these rubbishy little paper counters.
Yeah. Well, they're not.
It's just-
They're like a thick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I wasn't that greatly impressed with the paper money, but then towards the end of the game we kind of realised,
Well, when we realised that the money's supposed to be hidden as well.
yeah,
So you
It
can like,
wouldn't have worked, yeah.
slide it under your
Yeah.
crib sheet thing there. And,
I was thinking, well, I think I'm doing quite
and
well.
also,
Don't
there's
anyone
something
look at
quite
that.
nice about
Yeah, so
just
what, isn't
like
it?
flipping through the money. Because obviously we don't have this amount of money in real life.
And also, because when you're playing with cards, you can't do it because then the cards will bend.
yeah. So yeah, the paper money not too bad.
No problem.
Definitely it's a game that having props helps, I think. Things like the rings, the money.
No, I'd quite like to pimp it up a little bit, I think, if I can.
If anyone knows where you can get some decent policemen that we can
Like a little plastic blue or something.
Yeah,
with
just
some
play stays with.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Let us know.
Beds with kind of like an FBI jacket on the back of it.
Anything like that.
I'm gonna give this a
About
thumbs up
30
as well, by the way.
Yeah, I think we all thoroughly enjoyed it. And it didn't take very long. What do you reckon? An
No,
hour?
I don't think so. Is
I
it?
think that was quite quick.
about
Yeah.
But it keeps you entertained throughout the whole thing as well. With some
Yeah.
games,
I will say
you have like a minute lull, but
if you don't have a group that can take backstabbing
Oh, yeah.
and that sort of thing, you
Yeah, I
won't.
mean,
This-
he
this
betrayed
is-
Martin during setup.
Pretty much. And that did
and it
spill
got to
over
two
for a
people.
couple of turns. as well, yeah.
And then one turn D just went, this killer on my hand. Right, I'm just going to kill all Michael's pieces, no problem.
He did some.
it's definitely not a game to play if your social group can't take backstabbing and dicking
Yeah.
each other over.
Or
because,
if you don't like your children. You know,
yeah,
I'll tell you as well, I'd really like to play as a 6-player. And I think
Yeah.
the added 2 players, it gives a separation from the Don as well. There's more players to not be involved with the Don there. And also, everywhere will be hard
Everywhere
to
will
get
be a
into,
lot more
really
focused.
contested, so there'll be more people in the streets. And I
Because
think it'll be a lot more violent.
a couple of times in the early game, the fact that you only have 5 people in each location at a time. So if you want to keep your guys safe, you kind of like, oh, Martin's after me. I move my dude into a location Martin's not in. There's 5 in there then, so you can't follow.
Yeah.
So in 6 players, that will be a lot more packs on the board.
I'd also like to point out I did shiv Martin's dude in the clink.
But to be fair, it was the last turn. It was like, he won't get out, man. There's no point in bailing him out there. Do you think, because I bailed out my driver quite early on, do you think that was the right move at the time?
I think the driver's quite important. The driver allows you to move other pieces around the board in a different phase of the game to the standard movement phase. So I think he's quite important.
I agree. Yeah.
I definitely underestimated him because he was the second one to die for myself. So I looked at just the point line and I went, he's one, get rid of him. Not sort of thinking about the manoeuvrability of it.
I also think keeping as many alive as possible on the board is really important to get as much.
To the target.
Yeah.
He's doing well, and despite the fact you don't know how much cash you've got. Obviously, you look like you're doing well, so you're getting brutalised.
One thing which went in my favour is because I had 2 people die in the first turn, I only had 3 people left, and possibly it meant that you guys almost pitied me and didn't.
I did.
Opportunities didn't arise.
I didn't really get attacked much after that, so it sort of it almost gave me that little bit of time to go. Right, I've really got to build up something and become the Don and kill Michael.
Well, there you go, folks. That's Mob Ties. I hope you enjoyed the video, and try and get it. It's really hard to get hold of, but if you do, I would definitely avoid.
Cheers, Nathan. Yeah, thanks, man.